Good morning, Jays. Welcome back. I'm Megan Gifford, one of your anchors for today, and we hope you had a fantastic break.
And I'm Claire Hamilton. Personally, I had a super fun and relaxing break. We get to switch it up this month with two people back on desk, which is super exciting for us.
Speaking of excitement, we have a great show for you today with Allie speaking over the Powerball recipients, some informing announcements, as well as a weather report, and some students' interviews about what they did over break. So stay tuned.
This, Jays, is KLHS. So Allie has some news about who might have just struck it lucky. So take it away, Allie.
Welcome back, Jays. The last time you saw this lovely face was back in 2021. Well, now it's 2022, and I've got some news for you. The new year is already beyond super lucky for two Powerball ticket holders. They bought winning tickets for Wednesday night's $632.6 million jackpot. This was the 7th biggest jackpot in the game's history. One ticket was purchased at a 7-Eleven in Sacramento, California, and the other in Wisconsin. The two winners are planning on splitting the ticket right down the middle, making each ticket worth $316.3 million. Well, I gotta say that's one way to start off 2022 because the odds of winning the jackpot are 1 in 292 million. I hope you all get as lucky as those guys did and ring in the new year by accomplishing all of your resolutions. For KLHS, my name is Allie Collier. Happy 2022.
Wow, Allie, that's sure a lot of money.
It is a lot of money.
I hope one day I can be lucky enough to get that much money, maybe.
You know, I did win $5 off a scratcher. I think that might have been the highlight of my life.
Yeah, I mean, $5 is pretty good amount.
I mean, 300 million does sound better, but let's go ahead and get into our announcements. Starting off today with the new COVID guidelines. As of today, January 6th, 2022, the Centers of Disease and Control and Prevention at the Clay County Public Health Center guidelines on self-quarantine requirements. You are likely aware that we have closely followed public health guidance and directives throughout the pandemic in this continuation of the practice. We will now allow COVID-19 positive individuals to return to school earlier than was allowed previously. With certain conditions, staff and students who have tested positive for COVID-19 must stay home and self-quarantine for 5 days from the day of their positive test or first symptoms, which is earlier than what we had previously. COVID-19 positive individuals must notify the school nurse if a student or their supervisor if part of the staff to receive their full instructions for a return date and symptom clearance. If the COVID-19 positive students and staff, if they have no symptoms, they may return to school on day 6, but will need to wear a mask on days 6 through 10. COVID-19 positive students and staff must wear a mask, as we said, and if their fever develops on 5 days or later, or their symptoms are persistent, they have to continue to stay home until the fever or other symptoms resolve. Please note that the use of fever or pain-reducing medications to manage symptoms in order to return early is not allowed. And I think looking forward, this is a step forward, and hopefully we'll be able to manage this and keep it under control because 2022 is the year for us.
Absolutely. Speaking of 2022, it's officially seniors' graduating year. With graduating, most students decide to continue their education, and college is pretty pricey, so make sure to check out your local scholarships that continue to just come in. Just check the your Novens account under the college tab to see the list of scholarships you have.
The end of the year is coming up fast, so don't procrastinate too long. Speaking of which, yearbooks have gone up to $65 as of January 1st and will continue to go up to $70 if you purchase your yearbook on distribution day. Don't miss out on getting a yearbook because the yearbook team has been working really hard on getting you into the yearbook. Go to www.yearbookforever.com to purchase your book. Speaking on behalf of the yearbook crew, it is looking really good and you're going to want to see it. If you think you might be interested in the yearbook or newspaper or even here on KLHS, your time is now. Please fill out the application sent to your email, and if you have any questions, you can see Ms. Gumina in room 707, a friend in journalism, and of course, Megan and I would love to answer all your questions.
Yes, I love KLHS so much, and it's definitely been a highlight of my school day. Moving on, for juniors, each summer the American Legion Auxiliary looks for the best and the brightest high school juniors to help lead them down a path of success and leadership through doing, not just learning. They teach the need for competition, the value of public office, and the strength of individual voice. Be looking forward to the Missouri Girls State, which is a one-week summer experience in June of 2022 at the University of Central Missouri, and the Boys State, which is held on the same campus this June, the 11th through the 18th.
Going along with competition, our LHS speech and debate team will be hosting their annual Liberty Classic invite on Friday, January 14th and Saturday, January 15th. Over 40 schools from around the state will be arriving, as well as 100 judges on that Friday, so we ask that you try to exit the building at dismissal bell quickly and expect lots of traffic in the parking lot.
Well, that was a lot of information, so let's wrap up our announcements for the day.
Good, I am ready for something a little bit more fun,
Yes.
and I'm genuinely curious about how other students spent their break and I don't know, maybe did more than I did. Which was
I
sleep
know,
all
my
day.
break was a little boring, but let's go to Grace and see some stories she has with students around LHS to see what they did over break.
What is up, Jays? Grace Halter here, and I'm here with...
Jeremy.
So, tell me something interesting about your break.
Well, I broke up with my girlfriend and then got back with her just an hour later, so.
Thank you. We are back at it with...
Allie Graham.
So, tell me something interesting about your break.
Over break I had COVID and it wasn't bad at all.
Perfect, thank you.
Thank you, Grace. I'm so glad people enjoyed their much-needed break. And with our show coming to an end, let's head over to Charlie with a weather report.
Good morning, Jays. I hope your Christmas break was amazing. I'm sure you guys are all well aware of the cold temperatures that we experienced over break. In a couple days, the weather will warm up slightly, but until then, we do have to deal with this extremely cold weather. Now, on to your weather today. On your way into school today, it was 10 degrees. Your high for today is 14 with a low of 6. And on Friday, the high is 25, also with a low of 6. It's also going to be partly cloudy on Friday. Now, on to this weekend. On Saturday, the high is 44 and the low is 23. Also, the Chiefs game got moved to the Saturday. They play in Denver. The weather in Denver during kickoff is around 40 degrees, so that's not too bad for December weather. Hopefully, this nice weather will help the Chiefs get back on track after their loss last weekend to the Bengals. Although this Sunday, the high is 37 with a low of 22. That is all the weather I have for you today. This has been Charlie Marshall signing off from KLHS.
Thank you, Charlie, for that weather report. I know I was absolutely freezing coming into school today. I really didn't want to come. I wish there was a snow day, but we're here anyways.
I know I still cannot feel my feet or my hands. I don't know about you, but I am 100% ready for the summer weather. It's
For
cold, ain't
sure.
it?
I totally agree, and well, that's all we have for you today, Jays. But before we go, will you please stand for the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of America, of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. A big thank you to Allie Collier, Grace Halter, Charlie Marshall, and the rest of our fantastic production crew. For KLHS, I'm Claire Hamilton.
And I'm Megan Gifford.
We'll see you next time, Jays. Stay safe and warm out there.